Hi, my name is Jay Martin. This is a Napoleon game. It's a 2v2 on the Pyramids map. That's me right there. I'm playing as Ottoman. My left flank is being held by the mighty Triphammer. We're playing against two players that I didn't know previously, but they turned out to be pretty decent. And in my last video, I put out a challenge. I said, "Hey, save a game that you lost, and then think about it." Pretty much. And I was trying to find a video of me losing that I liked. That had some good lessons in it. And then I got a hold of this one that just features some completely retarded play from one of the people involved. And that person involved was me. It only took a while, but eventually I found it. And I want to watch this game. I've watched this replay a handful of times now. I want to watch it from the perspective of my opponent, the French guy here. And first of all, props to the French guy for rushing to the hill. On this map, the hill is closer to their side, so they can get up there before you if you want. And, general rule, attacking a well-fortified defensive position frontally is a bad idea. Fact. It's a bad idea. And when this game was going on, Tripp actually looked over there and he said, "Mate, do not go up that hill." And I said, "Nah, fuck it, Tripp, I can take him." And we were kind of joking around and talking about it later, and in the cartoons you got the little angel on one shoulder and you got the devil on the other. And in this case, the angel on my shoulder was telling me, do not go up that hill. And the devil was telling me, no, we can take him. And as I so often do, I listen to the devil. And this was a bad idea. There are so many other tactical options for me to pursue at this point in the game, but I decided, fuck it. I'm going straight up. This is a bad idea for several reasons. The first reason is that you never want to attack uphill unless you have a pretty good plan. And to just generally, fuck it, attack uphill, quote, fuck it does not count as a plan. Alright? I learned that one the hard way. Just fuck it, let's go, is not a fucking plan. Alright, you heard it from me. The second reason is that I'm actually outnumbered. The British opponent has brought a bunch of their cav over. And cav is actually really, really good against melee infantry. And you see all my melee infantry bunch back there? Cav is really good against melee infantry. And I have 6 units of that. So this army is well positioned to defeat me. And, sorry, I'm not very good at moving the camera. And then the last reason is that this guy has dropped a line of stakes here. And at the time, I didn't really appreciate how much those stakes would really complicate what I was trying to do. So what you're looking at here is 3 French line, 3 lights, and then there's 2 more. These are old guard right there. So that's 5 line. That's 8 infantry. And then 6 cav are right around here. And we're just going to watch how fucking poorly this goes. So the meat shields come in and take the hit. Go meat shields, right? And then my line comes up, and this guy charges cav at exactly the right time. I mean, right when my melee guys are coming up. This cav charge was probably executed poorly because I don't think he needed to charge with that many units. Probably like 1 or 2 at different targets would have been better. But it does the job. It forces me to get everybody into square, so all my line are getting the shit shot out of him. He hits my melee guys, and then when my melee guys make their second attack, they charge cav again. I mean, this is really good play for my opponent. They did everything like they were supposed to do. Everything. And my 4 units of Bashi now are just getting the shit chewed out of them. I send cav up the left is what you're seeing right there. I think they made it past the stakes, but I'm not real sure. They're trying to mix it up with his lights, but that just goes horrible because he has squares there and then other cav to countercharge me. And so let's just pause. The first wave of my attack has resulted in 2 dead cav, 4 dead Bashi, and I don't think I've routed, looks like I routed 1 unit of Volts. That's it. And not only that, but at this point, I'm still in really bad position because he still has, a whole bunch of infantry that he can use to shoot downhill at me. And right now, this is me. I'm committing my 2 Janissary units. Oh, God, man, I suck. Committing my 2 Janissary units right there. Really, this is the point where I should have withdrawn. I should have pulled back now. But my Janissary units were on the way, and I was like, fuck it. Like the devil was saying, fuck it. All right, good plan of battle, right? Fuck it. And you're going to watch my really expensive, really valuable Janissary units just get the piss beat out of them. Meanwhile, my line are getting shot the fuck up. That in the background, that's the GB guy I got calf through to my general. I'm not really sure if he killed my general or not. I want to say maybe he didn't, but I'm not sure. He might have. Certainly very well. And then up on the left here, you see me committing 2 more cav units to charge right into a square. So there's just I'm not really sure it's possible for me to accurately cover exactly how poorly I played in this section of the game, but pretty damn poorly. And again, since that last update, I think maybe I've routed a couple cav units, maybe if I'm lucky. Not much for me. And it is incredibly obvious that I'm just getting my ass kicked. This guy should be advancing on the right now. That's what he should be doing. But that was just a beating. So eventually, I wise up and I come off that hill. And I pretty much give, is what happens. So, yeah. And it looks like I'm able to salvage, that's like 6 infantry, and I got a cav unit left. And the French guy. I want to make an argument right now that is that the issue of time, or I don't know, but when you have defeated an enemy, you need to pursue them. I don't know how many battles you read about if you read military history where, the victors decline to pursue the ragtag elements of the defeated enemy, and the defeated enemy is able to rally, and then the next day the originally defeated enemy is able to pull itself back together and actually win day 2 of the battle. That's exactly what might be happening now, because this guy is not pursuing me nearly as fast as he should. If you have obvious advantage, you need to pursue it. You need to pursue it hard. That's the concept of time I talk about a lot. But we have a whole rest of a game to go over, which is interesting. Over on Trip's side, they're kind of at a bit of a stalemate. This guy made a really neat tactic by splitting his light infantry kind of all across the line. Trip said it kind of gave him trouble. He couldn't find a real precise point to engage on this guy, and he found himself withdrawing away from lots of parts of the battle. The one thing I am able to do to contribute is I get to move a little cav unit over here. This is my cav unit I have left. And the plan was that let's use this cav unit to harass on the flank, and maybe we can create advantage on one of these flanks. This Trip has 4 infantry and with my cav. And so what I'm going to do is get my cav in there and start mixing it up with this GB guy. This GB guy was a pretty decent player, actually. I thought he was a good player. He got really unlucky there. He brought a light dragoon cav that winds up dying on a charge. I think that if that guy had a better quality cav unit right there, that he might have blunted. He might have blunted that attack. Unfortunately, the light dragoon, it just really doesn't have a whole lot of legs. But with the benefit of the cav disruption, we were able to charge 1 unit in the back to cause that foot unit to rout. We were able to keep the other one square to get shot up. So with the benefit of this cav unit arriving, we're able to kind of get a little mini chain route over on the side. Now, I do make a mistake. I should have pulled this cav unit out, but instead I brazenly charged the cav unit in to get shot. Yep, just got shot, which is bad. That's a mistake that I think a lot of players make, and it's a mistake that I make a lot, is that when you have a depleted cav unit, pull it out. You can use it in the late game pretty well. You can do good shit with it. So don't squander your depleted cav units. You want to keep them available. Look at the big picture here. The French guy still isn't moving, man. He's not coming off that hill. And you got to do that. You got to pursue when you come down. And I am going to run away from him. It's kind of the only thing I can do with my army. And from here out, Napoleon, in many ways, these games play out. Well, first of all, first comment is we have a symmetrical game. We have a game where they have won on their left, and we have won on our left. And the real question then is, what team is going to take better advantage of the advantage that they have created? That's the question of time. And right now, our team is doing a better job of taking advantage of that. The French guy is not even engaging, Which kind of makes me think that maybe this guy is some kind of like turbo camper because, he camped on the hill while attacked him, and then when he had and that's fine. He won the terrain advantage. They had every right to do that. But once you win, you have to come off and pursue your opponent, right? Pursue your opponent, and this guy kind of refused to do that. Meanwhile, Trip is turned the guy's flank there and is pursuing his opponent. Okay, so the real trick is phase 1 of the game, win some advantage, and then phase 2, pursue. You gotta put the nail in the coffin. And what you're gonna watch here is Trip Hammer just kind of slowly roll up the flank of this British guy. And I thought this British guy put up a pretty valiant defense. I don't feel sorry for him because the asshole did send a bunch of extra cav over to shoot me up or kill me or whatever. So I don't feel dirty about sending a cav unit on his flank whatsoever. But he did a pretty good job defending with what resources that he did have available, I felt. And this guy did play a pretty good game. I think this is a pretty solid player. I think his name was Copperfield, but he did a nice job. I think in this game that he was really let down by his partner. And that's a tricky one when you're playing a game with somebody you don't know very well, you can't communicate with. Like, how do you react to them? Maybe if it was obvious, I don't think it was obvious, but if it seems that France isn't going to come off that hill, maybe he should have retreated back to the hill or something like that. I'm never put in that position myself, so I don't really know how I'd react to it. But I'd probably honestly just do exactly what Copperfield did here. But I don't know. That's something to think about if you're playing with random players that you don't know. That you kind of got to move with them. It's kind of like dancing with a blind dance partner. You just got to follow them. You don't know what they're going to do. You just got to keeping the old two-step with them. And and you can see there that we finished off the rest of the GB guy, and Trip's coming up, and we're starting to take out the left side of the French player. And with all these units, we can move that direction. And ironically, this guy has nudged himself off the hill a little bit, and Trip's going to make a break for the hill. And we're going to get behind him and circle him up. So that was the game, and you can tell the inevitable result right now. But that was me totally getting my ass kicked. And the point that I learned, or the kind of thing that I learned, is that don't attack uphill against a loaded defensive army. You gotta, take your time, circle him, move around the back. If that guy's gonna camp on the hill, then I could have sent all my cav over to Trip to help him. It wasn't necessary for me to run up like I did. But that's habit. I played so many games on pyramids. I've done that every single one. And maybe the other lesson there for me is that you got to be more flexible in your battle plan. Right? You got to be more flexible. You just can't do the same thing every time, because you are going to get your ass kicked eventually. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let's check out those guys. Nice red uniforms. Running up. It's fighting the French in Egypt. Those chasseurs are routing. What are those guys? Old Guard. Let's take a look at them. Nice hats, guys. Nice hats. I wonder if those are uncomfortable, those hats. You know what I mean? Like you're wearing a hat that's 18 inches tall. Is that awkward? I don't know. Maybe it is. That's the Old Guard shooting. Alright, anyway, hey, my name is Jay Martin. Thanks for watching. And leave a comment. And like I said last time, share what you learned from your defeats. That's kind of what I learned from one of mine that I had recently. And I guess technically our team goes on to win the game, but I totally got destroyed, man. I just got fucked up. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Yeah, ciao. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.